Welcome guys to our channel. Today we are going to talk about parasites of veterinary importance. And the key thing to understand about this broad group of parasites is that they are categorized into three main groups. We have the worms, that is the helminths, we have the protozoans, and lastly we have the arthropods. Now let's dive into the parasites proper. So the first group on our list are the helminths. The helminths are the worms, and they are classified into the nematodes, trematodes, and the cestodes. The nematodes, they are roundworms. On their cross section, they are round. These are the nematodes. They fall under the phylum Nematoda. Meanwhile, the trematodes and the cestodes fall under a single phylum called the phylum Platyhelminthes, even though they have different classes. For the nematodes, the key examples here are we have the Ascaridia genus, for example, Ascaridia galli. This is a parasite of birds, very important. Then we have Ascaris lumbricoides. This is for pigs. This is the parasite found in pig, Toxocara cani in dogs, Toxocara catsi in cats. Now, Parascaris ecorum, this is a horse parasite. Then other species like the Strongylus and the Trichostrongylus species. These are not the only nematodes that exist that can affect animals. These are just some few examples. Then we go into trematodes. The trematodes, these are flatworms, and they are commonly called flukes. These flukes fall under the phylum Platyhelminthes, the class Trematoda. An example is the Schistosomes, the Schistosoma nasalis and Schistosoma indicum. In humans, there is a similar parasite of the same genus, like some species include Schistosoma hematobium, Schistosoma mansoni, Schistosoma japonicum. Now we have the liver fluke. The liver fluke of the genus Fasciola. You see here Fasciola hepatica from the hepatocyte, meaning the liver cells, and the Fasciola gigantica. Here we're done with the trematodes, which are the flukes. Now let's dive into the cestodes, which are the tapeworms. They are called tapeworms. Why? Because they like the measuring tape used to measure the length. The tapeworms, same phylum as the trematodes, phylum Platyhelminthes, under the class Cestoda. Now the key examples, we have the Taenia species. Under this species, we have the Taenia solum if the definitive host is the pig, and the Taenia saginata if it is the cattle. So you could have Taenia solum in pigs, Taenia saginata in cattle. The next cesto that we have is the fish tapeworm, Typhlobothrum latum. Is the fish tapeworm. Then Dapilidum canina. This is the species of the dog, and the Echinococcus granulosus. This is a very key example because it produces hyarid cyst. That is why it is commonly called hyarid cyst disease. This is when the birds they release toxins that cause anaphylactic shock. So these are also key examples found under these different classifications, but there are others. But this video was meant for you to have a basic understanding of these concepts. So we have, let's recap. We have under the helminth group, we have nematodes, trematodes, and the cestodes. Now we're going to go into the protozoans. The protozoan is another class of parasites of veterinary importance. So let's go into it right now. Now, talking about the protozoans of veterinary importance, we have the key elements, the key examples. We have the Babesia. Babesia is a protozoan, and it commonly affects cattle, sheep, goat, pigs, and the disease cause is babesiosis. We have different species. We have Babesia bovis, Babesia bigemina. Then we have Emeria. Emeria species, they commonly cause coccidiosis in poultry. Coccidiosis. Even though there are several Emeria species, but this is the most common one usually found in poultry. Then we have Theileria. Theileria parva, causing the disease Theilerosis or East Coast fever, ECF, and the other species is Theileria annulata. Then the next one is trypanosome. Trypanosome is a hemoparasite, so it affects the blood cells. Then Toxoplasma gondii and Giardia. Giardia is responsible for intestinal irritation, causing diarrhea in dogs. And the common drug used is febendazole for its treatment. This is Giardia. Then the last one on our list today are the arthropods. Arthropods from the phylum Arthropod, kingdom Animalia. These are the largest groups under the kingdom Animalia. For the parasites of veterinary importance, they are mostly ectoparasites, and they include the ticks, the mites, the fleas, and the lice. So for the ticks, you have to know that they are categorized into two other groups. We have the hard ticks and the soft ticks. They are classified like this because the hard tick has a sclerotized hard surface on their back. If you look at the structure of the hard tick, you notice there will be a hard structure on their back. More on that later. That is why they are classified under the family Ixodidae, the genus Ixodida. Now the various examples, the various species, for example, you have Ixodis, Ricinus, Ripicephalus species. Ripicephalus species is responsible for the transmission of East Coast fever, Theileria parva. It is the vector of Theileria parva. This is Ripicephalus. Then we have Amblyoma and Hyaloma species. This is for the hard ticks. These are just key examples. Now I'm going into the soft ticks. They are called soft ticks. Why? Because they instead have what? A leathery and unsclerotized hard surface on their back. That is why their family is instead Agazidae compared to Ixodidae that we earlier mentioned. Then for example, we have the genus Agas and the species Agas persicus and the common tick Ornithodoros mubata, which is the vector involved in the transmission of African swine fever in the wild, and also the spirochetes, Borrelia dutoni in the wild. So this is a very important vector in the transmission of African swine fever, and the spirochetes Borrelia dutoni. Yes. Now for the mites, these are the ones like the sarcoptic mange, orthotectis mange. Family Trombiculidae, genus Trombicula. Then examples, we have Sarcoptes carpi involved in canine scabies, causes pruritus, irritation, skin eruption, inflammation reaction, alopecia, loss of hair on the medial side of the arms, on the neck, on the back. We also have Notohydris cati. This one is the mites involved in the ectoparasites of cats. Very, very important. So finally, today we were able to explore these main parasites of veterinary importance. And for this part, we talk about the protozoans. These are not all of them, but these are just key examples. The protozoans here, then the arthropods. The arthropods, the ticks, the mites, the fleas, and the lice. But we just dealt with the ticks and mites because they are this is the class where most of these ectoparasites of veterinary importance are found under the phylum Arthropoda. So guys, thank you very much, and see you back for our subsequent videos. We love you guys.